My shoes are finally like clean for 5 minutes till they're dirty again today.
You're welcome.
You're welcome?
For cleaning your shoes.
I clean your shoes all the time.
When do you clean my shoes?
All the
when
time.
When have you ever cleaned
when
my
shoes? When I clean
shoes?
the kids' shoes, I clean your dumb shoes
when
too.
When do you clean the kids' shoes? You're so full of
Oh, because you washed shoes one time, now you a shoe cleaner?
No, I wash my shoes. I wash shoes often.
Oh.
I have to.
How often are you washing shoes?
I have to wash them more often than most right now because...
How many times have you washed shoes?
Twice. That's often.
Twice.
Hey guys, I'm Jameson, and this is Jamie, and this is the weekly wrap-up.
Week 15-ish.
Week 15.
Although this week was kind of lengthier.
Yeah, it was a little. Well, we had Thanksgiving. Hopefully everybody out there had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I know we did.
Yeah, a lot of
good.
family. It was
We
fun.
had a bunch of family in town. We actually sat down we put 3 tables together in the basement, and just, there's probably like 30 people there.
Yeah, we actually built those tables last year for Thanksgiving because we were having all of our family come, and then we used them again this Thanksgiving, so
it worked out pretty good.
Came in handy. So this week, what do we do this week? A lot has happened on the house this week, if you can't tell.
We took off the one day for Thanksgiving, but other than that, those guys have been, the framing crew's been hard at work. We got all of the interior walls framed up. All the walls in general were framed up.
Yeah.
And then they started building the decks. We've got 3 decks in total. One is kind of like the side deck here. We've got the back deck, and which both of those are covered. And then the front deck is kind of like our front porch. We didn't do a poured concrete porch. We ended up doing a deck instead. So
because if not, we'd have to pour
we'd have to pour more
foundation walls, and it just became too much of a process. So we did a deck, which I think will look really good.
Yeah.
When it's all done.
So and that is covered as well. But that was a lot of work in itself. This back porch right here behind us has got a huge treated beam, and that's in order to span that. It's like 20 feet across there, so that there's no posts in the middle. But that beam is like 5 1/4 inches wide by 11 or 12 inches tall. So, and it's treated. It's a very, very heavy beam. So that was interesting trying to get that up there.
Did you help with that?
I did.
Oh. Surprising.
Is it? Why is that surprising?
It wasn't. It's just mean of me to say it.
It was mean.
Let's carry on.
Anyway. Anyway, so yesterday they so the guys knew that they wanted to start putting the trusses on yesterday, which was Monday. For us, you might be seeing this on Wednesday. Nevertheless, they wanted to start putting the trusses on, but the crane can't get here until tomorrow, which is going to be Wednesday.
Yeah.
So they
started
putting what they could up by hand, the smaller trusses, but some of them, like the girders and stuff, are doubled up and they get really heavy and they're really big. So we need the crane here tomorrow in order to lift those all into place. So hopefully by the end of the day tomorrow, we'll have a
roof-ish.
All of our trusses will be up. We'll have the roof skeleton up, if you will, structure. And then they'll start sheathing that and then putting all the felt down and everything, so that we'll have a dried in shell of a house.
Are we putting the roof on right away?
Probably soon thereafter.
Okay.
But we've got the roof will go on after that, and then, but there's no worry really, because once they put the felt down, that'll waterproof it.
I'm more or less worried about them working on the roof and falling off if it snows.
Well, they probably won't be working on it in the snow.
Well, then they better hurry up.
We're putting a metal roof on, so if there's any moisture whatsoever, it can get really slippery, and these guys have been known to fall off of my roof. They fell off of the barn roof. Well, one of them did. Yeah.
Right on down.
It started misting while he was up there, and like instantly turned to a sheet of ice, and he just slid down and casually fell 12 feet down to the ground.
Casually. But I'm worried about him if they work on it here, because that's
I don't think he's going up on the roof
falling
anymore.
To your death here.
Anyway, so the trusses are coming tomorrow. We'll have those up and then they'll start sheathing the roof, and then we've also got the windows, which you can see right now, none of the windows are cut out, and that's just to reduce the impacts from weather, to keep the rain from coming in. So once the windows get here and they go to start installing them, they'll come back and cut all those holes out.
And well, what we did this week.
Was that yesterday?
This weekend. It was like Saturday.
Oh yeah.
It must Friday and Saturday we came over here and we laid the vapor barrier down for the basement, and then we got all the insulation in on top of that, and we're today going to be installing the PEX tubing for the radiant heat in the basement.
Yeah. So if you saw, we did a radiant floor in the barn. We're also going to be doing the same thing for the basement, the garage, and the main level floor. So we'll
whole house, everywhere.
Radiant heat all throughout, which we're really excited about. But it's kind of been, that's one of the projects that we've decided to take on ourselves. So we partnered with Radiant Floor Company, and we're working with them, which is nice because they're sending us all the product, and it's kind of, it's all laid out exactly how to do it. Everything's almost pretty assembled as far as like the manifolds and everything. Everything's done and ready to go. You just have to do the monotonous part, which is installing like the insulation and the vapor barrier, and then laying down the PEX. It gets a little monotonous, but it's not hard work.
No.
They've pretty much taken all the thought out of it, or most of it anyway.
Yeah, it's not hard. It's just trying to wrangle those those tubes is interesting.
Yeah. All right, so we are gonna go get started on that PEX in the basement so that hopefully we can pour our slab sometime the end of this week, beginning of next.
Yes.
Since we have this beautiful Michigan weather right now.
Yeah, it's like 60 degrees.
Is it really?
Almost December.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be 62 today.
Well, the sun's out and it's nice and warmer than it has been, so we'll take it. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, guys. Until next time.
I think it's stay safe and happy.
Be
safe and happy building.
Happy building. See you guys later.
I always forget that.